Hi Gemini, and welcome to your weekly tarot reading. So, additional guidance card. You've got the soulmates card, okay? So obviously there's a relationship theme going on here. Relationships come in many shapes and sizes. Can be love relationships, work relationships, some sort of connection between you and someone else. Soulmates can be challenging. I think most of people watching know that, because their purpose is to evolve us to the highest possible level. So let's find out what this card is all about, Gemini. Give me 1 minute. Split the cards one more time. I want to shuffle one more time actually. Then cut one more time. So what's going on for Gemini, please? So you've got the Justice card behind you. So can I move this so you can see the cards better? That's better. Yeah, Justice card, Libra, but it's obviously to do with relationships. Page of Pentacles is the gift. Your challenge is the Ace. That's a bit interesting because they're not far off the same card. The page starts to act to bring the Ace into form. So this might be some sort of something new that you're beginning to get off the ground. Chariot in relationships, which is lovely. The Knight of Pentacles underneath the Page of Pentacles. So something is taking form here. And it's to do with the 3D world. So it can be about a new skill, a new business, a new job. Maybe the challenge is actually having the pentacle in your hand though, because sometimes when we're building something, it can take a little while for it to be this tangible thing that we can touch, see and feel. I think most people know that. The outcome is the Three of Cups, which is beautiful. Joy, flying free. Maybe this is where the soulmate is, okay? Being at peace with people. When we fly free in the Three of Cups, I've got a lot of pairing cards, and I tend to pair the Three of Cups with the Ten of Wands. So we've been released from that state of oppression. I think most of us understand this state of oppression living in the world in 2019. But the Three of Cups is this carefree energy, celebrating. Wonderful, beautiful card. There's a real emphasis on the material realm because you've got 3 discs showing up here. And I think it's fascinating. I love the Page and the Knight together because something's building here. Something's taken more and more and more shape and definition in your life. Slowly. It's alright, it's slow, but it's happening and it's moving. Now, because the Ace is a challenge, sometimes with these cards, this is a classic example of building a business or learning a new skill. So when you're doing it, sometimes what we have to do is sacrifice having the Ace in our hand. Because the Ace in our hand is quite often the paycheck, isn't it? It's very intriguing, Gemini. Tell me more about the challenge, please, beautiful tarot. Why is the Ace a challenge? Boy, do I understand this card. Six of Wands, which is success after adversity. Something's building here. And you know what, Gemini, can I just say something? It's building perfectly. What naturally happens, okay, sometimes people launch, say, a business. Imagine you're going to train to be a brain surgeon. You're not suddenly going to be a king and a queen. There's a gradual building process, and there's only one time or twice that I've seen the Page moving to the Knight so beautifully. So something is slowly but steadily taking shape. And maybe the challenge is not fully being able to see the ace in your hands, the triumph after struggle. It will come. I know it will, because I feel it's going to come. The Justice card is behind you. So this is a Libra. It's about relationships. Anything more clarity on that? One more card. Ten of Wands, yeah. That's my pairing card. You don't get to fly free, Gemini, if you're carrying these 10 wands. So I don't know if this is you that's carrying them, or it's someone else that you're dealing with is carrying them. But when pairing cards show up in the same reading, I get so excited I could burst, to tell you the truth. And they are showing up. I think this is something to do with a relationship. For some of you, it could be to do with a legal situation, by the way. It's a funny one. I don't tend to say it as much in the UK because we don't, it's not quite as a big part of our culture. But some of you are ending, it could be a divorce, by the way, a separation, or this, it could be a Libra person in your life who's carrying these 10 of Wands. But it looks like they're about to move forward because it's just the Chariot card is right underneath it. Which would make sense that you're going to the Three of Cups because the 10 of Wands have been dropped down. Or you're the one who's carrying these 10 of Wands about a relationship dynamic that seems to be completing itself. I didn't say ending. Completion. Completion and endings are two different things because we go from chapter 1 to chapter 2, and it doesn't mean to say the book is over. It means an oppressive cycle is over. And that is why you got the pairing cards in the deck. So, why are people the Chariot? That's very exciting. I love it when the cards show up. Other people's energy is very forward and very go-getting. So why is this? Yeah, with the Lovers card. Now the Chariot comes after the Lovers card, but if you look, there's still a sort of pairing of opposites in both cards. The Sphinxes, the male, female, or whatever. I mean, lovers can be whatever. Sorry, I didn't mean that in a way that's homophobic or anything. Sorry, but there's pairings going on in your relationship cards. Something's going on here. So both the Lovers card and because they're major arcanas, they're both a coming together energy. Forces coming together and knowing where you're going. Even though the Lovers card is about choices, the next card is a Chariot, is the choice to move in a certain direction, because both it's not the Five of Wands. People aren't pulling together in separate directions. As a decisive forward motion, which is probably why these cards have been paired up together, which is the ending of oppressiveness and a flying free. What's this Three of Cups about? I love the Three of Cups. Okay, oh my god, the 3 cards showed up. 6 of Cups, 2 of Pentacles, and the Strength card. So again, for some of you, there's definitely something that you're building and you can't quite see that pentacle in your hand yet. That's what the 2 is about. It's about juggling. The Strength card is about Leo. It's about the heart. It's about our purpose. It's about who our true colours are. And your true colours is always about your sun sign. It's complicated in astrology, but being in our sun and being in our solar energy is a very, very empowering energy. And because you're in the Strength card, can I look at where the Strength card is looking at? Give me a minute. Okay, it's still looking at this Pentacle and the Six of Wands, okay? Which, a little bit, for some of you who are building something, you still want this Pentacle in your hands, by the way. You still want it to be, you want the Knight, probably to be the Knight of Swords, by the way, and things to be quicker. It won't happen that way. Okay, it'll happen the way the Pentacles. This is beautiful development, guys. There might be juggling, but it looks like you're connected with your heart and it feels right. For some of you, this Three of Cups is a Six of Cups as well. There's some sort of emotional reconnection. Six of Cups is a soulmate card. I've got about 5 or 6 different combinations of cards because you really need more than one card to make a sweeping judgment. But this is traditionally, just about everyone classes this as a reunion card. And the reason why it's soulmates is these two people, they don't even have to chat. They're at home with each other's presence. Yeah, you know that beautiful place where you just feel at home? That's what the Six of Cups is. And that's what a soulmate is. Again, there's definitely different. You've got a relationship story, but you've definitely got a financial story taking place. It's very hard to watch a beautiful progression of a business or a creative idea when our survival needs are triggered. That's how when I do a lot of work with people, I try and get them to even take the smallest part-time job when they're building this. Some people, it doesn't work that way. They're happy to be in the Ten of Swords. You can't make a judgment. But when our survival needs are plugged in with this building, just be careful because we sometimes lose the purpose behind it and we lose our creativity. And that's my only one little thing. Apart from that, one more. Give Gemini a money card, please. One card. Okay, the Knight of Cups came up twice. Knight of Cups tends to be a little bit of a good news, and the good news seems to be very much about being able to let your hair down and celebrate. How we build something in the Pentacle realm is really, really up to us. I always try and say to keep survival needs out of it, that base survival need, because then a business or something loses its essence, its heart. So that might be a message for some people, but then some people are just the Ten of Swords. They're more surrendered than I am, and they just take this leap of faith, and maybe you're the one who's got to teach me, Gemini, about leaps of faith, okay? Anyhow, very interesting dynamics going on here. Honestly, when I see pairing cards, my heart just goes, yes, something. That's when I know something's been completed, not just one, but the pairing with it is, that's it. Something's now moving, okay? Gemini, I'll be back next week with September's readings. You might even be getting a King of Pentacles next time. Intrigued to know how this is playing out for you guys. Lots of love. Bye.